because of their consciousness state, which is a state of inversion, evil, the absence, the inversion of love, they can't be very bright because they can't access expanded states of awareness in that low frequency state that Kathy talks about. The one thing we mustn't do is give these people too much power in the sense of what they are. What they've done, and the only way they could do it, is to put humanity in a smaller box than they're in. You know, they have this this symbol, the single all-seeing eye, right? Right. The single eye. That's actually what they are. We are the two-eyed, third-eyed humans, potentially. They are the single eye. And, you know, for me, the phrase that sums up this situation is, in the kingdom of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. So the one-eyed man has made humans blind, and that's how it controls. When humans open their eyes and see, then they'll realize that these all-powerful people are not all-powerful at all. They're clever in the sense that they know how to manipulate perception. This is another fundamental reason why they want to control the information that people receive, because basically the brain starts processing information based on the information that it's receiving, and if that information doesn't change, then it goes on processing in the same way. All the neuron pathways, all of them operate in the same way. And you can get people, going back to what I said about isolating people in body, mind, five senses, where they basically are just literally like software programs. They're just processing information in the same way without the ability to break out of that neuro stranglehold and process information in a different way. And when you start to awaken to your true self, expanded levels of awareness, then they come into the information processing game, and they start to change the way, as you perceive a more expanded reality, they start to change the way the brain is processing information, because what it's receiving is changing now. And this is why you can be fast asleep and seeing the world in a certain way, which you're told to see it, how you're told to see it. And then suddenly something else comes in, if you open to it, which can override that program. Expanded states of awareness can override that program. And then suddenly you're seeing the world completely differently, because your brain is processing a different kind of information, a more expanded state of information. And it changes to respond to that, and suddenly everything starts to change in terms of your perception. So everything comes down, in terms of removing the cause, for me, to this reevaluation of self-identity. Because when you self-identify with little me, as I call it, that's the labels of a human life, then you're seeing everything in terms of limitation. So what the brain is receiving in your perceptions, therefore the information that it's perceiving and processing, is based on limitation. It's based on I can't. It's based on I could never. It's based on I have no power. But once you reevaluate your self-identity from little me is simply creates an experience of little me. If you've always done what if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got. And suddenly when you say, no, that's not me, that's an experience that the true I is having, suddenly that expansion of self-identity becomes, by definition, no meditation necessary, by definition, that expansion of self-identity becomes an expansion of awareness into a much greater swathe of consciousness. Right. Just that process of going from this is me to this is me. And as that process happens, the brain changes, because the information it's receiving is changing, its perceptions are changing, and suddenly the people see the world in a completely different way, and that's called awakening. Awakening from what? the 5 sense myopia prison.